All right, guys.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good,
Hello.
thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you, thank you. I want to go back to the beginning. Can you take me back to the first time the band was formed?
Once all of our sort of like random bands had imploded for one reason or another, that we won't go into, we were just sort of like the straggles of a Cambridge music scene that was probably pretty sad at the time. It wasn't a very strong scene, would you say?
No, there's lots of bands about it. There's always lots of bands, isn't there?
Yeah, I can't name many.
Well,
Give me 10.
no. Sorry. Yeah, no, Mo's right. We were all in different bands at the time, and kind of things just fell together really at the right time. Like, Mo and Dave and Bush, our bass player's old band, were playing with my old band. At our last ever show, our singer was emigrating to New Zealand, and yeah, that night I was thinking, I haven't got a band. What am I going to do? Luckily for me, about 30 seconds after I walked off stage, Dave, our singer, came and asked if I wanted to come play with these guys, so yeah, it kind of went from there.
That was planned. That was months in the making. Meticulous planning. It would, you'd have been stolen one way or the other, definitely.
Kidnapped. I like it.
Yeah, that's what you like.
And you said the Cambridge scene back then was a bit downish.
Yeah, I think it was definitely downish. I mean, Mark is right. There were a few bands about and stuff, but you know there wasn't really a lot happening in terms of scale and that. And you know I don't know what we intended, to be honest, when we started. We certainly didn't expect what's happened or plan for it and think, right, yeah, let's put this band together and you know end up like speaking to people in Amsterdam, which is great, you know. I don't know what did we imagine would happen.
I don't think we've never had a game plan. I mean, this band, I guess we're pretty disorganised in that respect. We've never sat down and discussed what we want to be or how we want it to sound or where we want it to go, or you know, it's always been very organic in that respect. That it's just, you know, as it started with four guys who just love playing music and all into very different music, and the result of that and the net result of that is what we do. So, you know, we've always said that any little thing that we do with this band, anything that happens, you know, is a bonus, and every step further on is a bonus. You know.
And you said you didn't have a game plan back then. Do you have a game plan right now then, or?
Someone certainly does. I don't know who it is. The game plan at the moment is just to get the record out and just play as many shows as possible. You know, to even be able to release an album like on a label like Hassle Records, which is one we've been fans of for years and years, is like an honour for us. And with like Columbia's involvement as well, it just seems to be going from strength to strength. Yeah, we're enjoying it. You know, every day as it comes.
That's the most important, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you have a long-term vision then? Because you said now the first thing we want to do is release the album. Well, it's releasing in September, of course. But do you have a long-term vision then, so to speak? Whether you want to, in 5 years or so.
I think really all we want to be able to do is survive from being a band, you know, and everything else, as I said earlier, is a bonus as far as I'm personally concerned. I mean, we're currently writing a lot, hoping that we get the opportunity to do a second record. So we've got probably a good majority of that already kind of done, I guess, or some tracks that might end up on that record, I don't know. But so that's been what we've been doing when we've not been touring. Or playing shows, just been writing and writing and writing, which we've always done, to be fair. You know, whenever you have any kind of downtime, that's time to get on with some work, I guess. So, you know, from us at the moment, I think Mo's dead on. We just want the record out. We're desperate for people to hear this record, play as much as possible, and then hopefully, in the future, get a chance to do another one.
So you said you're writing and writing and writing all the time. So are there more songs for another album in the near future? Or?
There's certainly a bit of a blueprint, I would say. We're our own worst enemy at times when we're writing songs, because we'll write a song and we'll just play it a few times and it'll be like that. It's not really us or something like that, and just sort of like we'll never hear from it again. So that, yeah, there's definitely the sort of like the structure is sort of putting itself together, I would say, slowly.
But first, this album and then...
Yeah, this album.
Yeah, we should probably get this one out first.
Yeah.
So back to the beginning again. In 2010, I believe you dropped the EP, 2000.
No.
No, it'd only been last year.
Last year. Well,
Yeah.
there was a song on the EP. It's also on the album.
Yeah.
Was it kind of bridging the gap between the EP and the new album, or was it? Why did you put that song on the?
On the EP.
We wanted something that people could actually listen to. We had nothing to, no CDs, nothing. So we just thought it would be a good idea to have at least something that people could actually listen to at home or online or whatever else. So we went and did the EP, and reaction has been amazing to it. I mean, the opportunities we've had this year and the shows that we've played already this year, the festivals, off the back of that EP is really kind of mind-blowing to us. We haven't got a record out, but we've played nearly every major festival across Europe pretty much, and still more to go this year. So that's kind of quite mind-blowing to us, and that's why we did it. Without having music for people to be able to listen to, apart from going to a live show, in this day and age, you're probably not going to get very far, I guess. So yeah, we just wanted to have something that people could have, really. Yeah,
and I do forget that from time to time, that this is off of an EP. The stuff that has happened to our band, and without a full-length record out. So just really looking forward to getting the record out and see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Well, what are your expectations then for the new album? Do you have something, or is it just we'll see?
Obviously, it'd be nice if people liked it. That would be a good start.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I don't know. We're proud of it. We spent a lot of time on it, and it's got us this far. Just want to get it out and just keep touring, basically. Tour the arse out of it, see what happens.
It's called The Day's War. Do you remember when the album title popped up in the writing process? Was there a specific moment?
Yeah, I mean, there's actually a track on the record called The Day's War as well, and it's only a very short little thing, and it was recorded actually at the studio, written at the studio actually, at about 2:30, 3 in the morning. And you can hear like my chair moving because it was just a microphone in a room. So I'm like playing guitar and then Dave just sung.
I always remember creaky chair.
Yeah, creaky chair in the background. So that was really vivid as to when that happened. And it kind of, again, it wasn't planned. It kind of fits really well. We feel it fits really well with the general vibe and feel of the record as well. So funny.
The first single is Victory Line. Why did you choose that specific song to be the first single out?
I don't know, it's a strange one. That was one of the...
It was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first song I think we ever wrote as a band, Victory Line.
Okay.
So maybe that went some way towards it being the first single or whatever, but I don't know, it's just... I don't know, I guess it's quite catchy and, a little bit poppy, perhaps. More poppy than the other stuff that's on the record, potentially. It just seemed like a good idea, and you got to put something out.
Is it a different song than all the other songs on the album, or is it representable for the whole album?
I think it's representative of our sound, but it is quite different from the rest of the tracks. In its structure, I mean, we don't tend to have kind of conventional structured songs, and that's probably our most conventionally structured song, I guess. A lot of our songs will start in one place and end up in a completely different place, and they don't go verse, chorus, middle, eight. And that song has got a sort of verse, chorus feel to it, which, again, when you're talking singles, I guess makes sense. But I mean, we really like that track, and it's a funny one for us because, as Mo said, it was one of the first songs that we wrote as a band, and you kind of, I guess, songs fall in and out of favour with bands, and that song fell out of favour with us for a period. We didn't play it live, we stopped playing it live, and then it kind of had a resurgence again, and actually we all really enjoy playing it again now. So
it's one of my favourite songs to play live, bizarrely enough, because at one point we just, like Mark says, we weren't even playing it, but now I really look forward to playing it.
How come it's your favourite song?
I don't know. It's a strange one because it sounds quite upbeat, but it's not really.
No.
It's I don't think it's meant to be an upbeat song, but it certainly sounds like it.
And you said you enjoy specifically playing it live. Then is it with the fans? The reaction of the fans, is it more special with other songs?
It's quite fun these days. I mean, again, we have only got the EP out and some of the singles that are online or whatever that people can get hold of. But when we play the songs that people, I guess, recognise now, there's definitely a lift in a crowd, and that's a pretty special thing to experience as a band. That as soon as Mo starts the drum intro to that song, people start cheering and they know what it is, and that's really cool. It's a really powerful thing for us to have that kind of energy come back at you is pretty cool.